This is what I'm gonna say. I mean,
All
I've
right.
gained a little bit of weight, but in that weight, I got a little bit more boob.
Okay, see,
So it's a win. It's a win. It's a win for me.
you know,
And hey, every day I think, you
I
know what,
would.
I'm gonna do an at-home workout. Never happens. I can't work. I suck at working out at home.
I do too. I really do. I don't like it.
I don't have the motivation. The minute I start to break any type of sweat, I'm like, that's enough.
I'm like, yep, you know what?
That's all I need. I'm good.
Yeah.
If you could
Well,
turn
I
your phone
want
to
to
the side,
say.
Dana, so it could be landscape. I want you to be, you right now you're hot dog and I need you to be hamburger.
Well, I want to say that the cloth masks do not work. Okay, the bandana cloth mask.
Okay.
So,
did you get the Rona? How do you know?
I don't know.
How do you know?
Okay, so I'll send you all the picture. I had to make one because I ordered some off of Etsy and off of another website here, and they haven't made it. Don't know when they're coming. So they're mandating everybody wear cloth masks now.
Are you serious?
And I will send you the picture.
Wow.
And so I had to, first I was going to use Zoe's baby blanket, and that was too thick. This one. It was too thick because, you know, you fold it, and I was like, I can't breathe because it was like this. And then so I made one. Keon had a Nerf bandana. And so I was like, okay, this will work. So I didn't have a coffee filter, so I used dryer sheets as my So that might part of the problem. So I put 2 dryer sheets in the middle, and I have a picture, and it just kept sliding down my face. And then finally I was just like, you know what, fuck it, and just took it off.
You know what's interesting is I'll do like random check-ins on CNN, usually just to see if they have any information about my stimulus. And there's all kinds of racially directed. There's one article that's at the top about how people of color are reluctant to wear like homemade masks, right? Because they feel like they're already like criminally profiled, so they put a mask on. Right. Probably gonna get shot or something.
That's facts.
There's a couple other ones about how because Black people are, you know, tend to have higher rates of obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, and all that good stuff, all those pre-existing conditions, apparently they're like more prone to the disease. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I'm like, y'all trying it. My conspiracy tinfoil hat is like, they are trying to weed out.
They are trying to
the Negroes and the elderly.
Please do not tell me you believe it's 5G. Okay.
Oh God, no.
Somebody that I follow on Instagram had like one of those, like, what is it? Like a poll where you could put like yes or no. Do you believe that coronavirus is really rich people trying to kill people for 5G? And I was like, no. And apparently I'm like the only person that hit no. Like, but my thing is like, I just like, if they wanted to kill us, they just could. They don't have to like come up with a pandemic.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that they would do that. I think that there are definitely some, i.e., why is Trump openly firing all these watchdogs? Like, okay, if you want to get behind a conspiracy, that's probably the one you need to get behind. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
not this whole, you know, 5G. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how you can connect 5G to a virus. And like,
that
I think
was funny to me.
Somebody,
Dana, you look like you're about to purge. You're about to go purge the streets.
Yes, yes, you do. Or going like 4-wheeling in the Costa Rican forest.
I felt so silly because like it did not stay on my face at all, and maybe because it was the material, because it wasn't like a real bandana, it was like slippery, but it was just like there's no way this works. Like there's no way. So
do you get a ticket if you're out without a face covering?
No, there were people out that didn't have them. The problem is people do not respect your 6 feet of space.
No, they do not.
No.
Mainly the older generation, but you know.
Yeah.
It's like, ma'am, I was here first.
And also, please move if you're done getting your cheeses and breads. Could you just move along so I could also get mine? Well, instead of like chilling.
I think honestly, I see where they're going with these like limited amount of people in the grocery store, but I'm also not about to stand outside of Kroger's. So I tried to go to Kroger's today, and you would have thought I was trying to get into Elements in 2006. Okay, it was a line. I was like, do I need to contact DJ Schemes to let me in? Because
I'm not. I mean, honestly, it just makes me more anxious, right? Like because I always have to stand in line. I had to stand in line at Sam's just now, and it was like the person behind me had the cart was like on my butt. Like I'm trying to respect the people in front of me, and you're behind me and not giving me my space, and I'm waiting in line and like, but sir, you can't get in until I get in. So like, there's no reason for you to be so close to me. Then the people in front of me had gloves on, and then it's like, how are you gonna have gloves on and then put your phone in your pocket with those same gloves? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I can't.
It just makes me more like, I don't want to go out the house for the next like 3 weeks.
Well, what's funny? There's a little quick story. So last night, Mom was like, "We cannot leave the house for 2 weeks because it is at peak. You cannot go to the grocery store anymore. We're just gonna have to work with what we have here." And in my head, I'm like, "We ain't got no snacks. Like snacks," and that's just the way that it is. So then today, long story short, it took me like 4 hours to put a TV stand together for my mom. We put the TV. I labored, hard labor. We get everything together, put this TV on the stand. It's broken. The TV was broken. Now, luckily, there's like a huge crack in the screen, and the TV was broken. It's like a 60-inch TV. So then, you know, her and Dwayne are concocting their plans, and the whole "we're not leaving the house" goes out the window because now I have to go take a 60-inch TV to FedEx and ship it. Okay. Not only that, I have to go to Walmart and pick up a new TV. So
when she told me that, I was like, so you want Winnie to carry that TV by
right.
Right.
Who's carrying it up to FedEx? What are y'all talking about? What are you saying?
I think what she meant was she's not leaving the house for 3 weeks, but you can leave.
But
you're going to run all the
errands.
Yeah.
You're doing everything.
Yeah. You know, which
she does not believe me. But I tell her that I'm like, Mom, you need to stop getting your news from the paper because that's old. The data from the paper is from yesterday. Yeah. So like when they tell you the numbers, that's from yesterday. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, you know how they do. Well,
like let me tell you, there's this thing called the internet.
I mean, and all that ain't accurate either.
It's not accurate, but at least it's live and a lie. You know,
it's
like real time.
Yeah,
yeah, it's real time lies.
Exactly.
Not yesterday's lies. Yeah.
Well, our quartet is a trio this evening, so
and that's fine.
We want to get to the gettings. There
was like a group, what was it, that came to Multifest like 10 years ago? Was it like Jagged Edge and it was only 2 of them? And we were like,
I think it was.
I think it was.
But it was like, I mean,
hold on.
But I think I think they came back recently, didn't they? And it was all of them.
They did.
I think, let's talk about that. Who do you all think of our generation, not like older groups, is the best boy group and female group?
I'm gonna have to say Jagged Edge for me. That was like 9th grade.
Yeah.
Up until mid-college.
I don't know. Drew Hill was kind of fire to me as well. Yeah. I used to listen to Drew Hill.
We used to play their CD front to back though. Jagged Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that. If we're going with a full body, everybody can sing, then I'm with you on both.
Mm-hmm.
But Jodeci went hard.
Okay.
But I mean, they were essentially a duo within a quartet.
Right. That was odd to me. They were kind of like, you know how like Ronnie and didn't really sing in New Edition? I guess that was how like, well, wasn't Devontae like the producer or songwriter? But what did his brother do?
Like,
nothing?
No.
He was.
He wasn't even. But like, was he?
But I mean, when you look at the Haley brothers, Casey and JoJo, it's like, listen, I gotta take what I can get. Right. I need something. And then Devontae started getting all weird and crazy, and so I guess you're it, Mr. Dalvin.
I've been feeling some Apple. You know how they do like a favorites mix or whatever, and a lot of Jodeci and stuff pops up on mine all the time.
Jodeci went hard
because I'd be like, I wasn't gonna say, but I'm not going to.
New Edition was, they did some good stuff. But women, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the original Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
The quartet.
Did y'all see the picture that Miss Tina posted of all the moms? And I thought that was odd because I thought y'all ended on bad terms. Yeah, she had an older picture on her Instagram of like all like Kelly's mom, Latavia's mom, Latoya's mom, and somebody else.
I feel like I need to investigate this.
Yeah.
I definitely would go with a strong original Destiny's Child. However, 702. I used to love me some 702. Like,
you did. You did.
Was learning their choreography. I was all about 702. So
I'm with it. Speaking for the voice of my generation, all couple of years that I'm older than you guys, In Vogue went hard.
Okay.
Again, if you're talking about like a group that everyone could sing, the original In Vogue, again, the 4 versus the 3, they did their thing in the beginning. So that brings me to another musical topic while we're on the music. I was having this conversation the other day around Alicia Keys and how once artists get to be in charge of like their music, it generally goes downhill.
Yeah.
It's like, I liked you when people were forcing you to sing other songs for the record labels, because I haven't enjoyed an Alicia Keys song.
I can't tell you the last time I listened to an original, like a recent Alicia Keys song.
I think she was single and not a mother the last time I enjoyed anything.
Right. I just think she was so like, remember she was winning all those Grammys and like, you just like, when you knew her album was coming out, you knew.
Yeah.
Like those first 2 songs in A minor and then Diary of Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Classics.
Yes.
Classics.
I think where I lost it is This Girl Is on Fire.
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say the same thing. Like when you started like screaming, like, why are you screaming at me?
Why? Because she got to have creative control. And now this thing that's on this whatever commercial, I don't know whose commercial it is, where it's like a set of singing lips and she's like singing. I don't like it.
Is it like an Amazon Music or something commercial? Yes.
That's what it is, and I don't like it at all. Not a single bit.
You know what though? Like, honestly, here's the thing. Mariah Carey got me through the hard times in junior high. Okay. Classic. But yeah, it's almost like I want her to stop creating original music and just perform.
Yeah. I
mean, you ain't gotta perform it. Just let me enjoy that music. Because last year when she came out with that Caution, was it? I
liked it though.
I liked songs on it, but it wasn't something I'm going to listen to again.
I think she tries too hard to like use big words and make them like like.
She's like the T.I. of R&B.
Yeah,
and also in addition to, I just feel like you are a lady of a certain age. Much like I feel like Usher is putting out music that's kind of beyond 40-year-old Usher. Like, niggas, y'all are old. Like, quit singing about like trying to put out trap music as a 50-year-old racially ambiguous woman. And Usher, stop singing about, I don't even know what you're singing about these days.
That's what I was going to say. Side note, do you think he was trying to admit that he had herpes in that confession?
I didn't listen to the full thing. Did he reference the herpes?
He referenced having something he couldn't get rid of.
Yeah.
But they were trying to say, like, they don't know if that meant, like, a baby or, like... Yeah.
My thing is, like,
herpes.
I don't want you to confess something 20 years later. The statute of limitations is up, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I wish somebody would. One of my exes from, like, 2003 came and was like, I think it's time for me to tell you this. Get out of my face!
Thanks, son.
I didn't know you were still alive.
Right.
Okay. Great.
That's a good question.
I graduated in 2003.
Do you all count? Do you think your exes that you had in high school count? Because I don't.
No.
I hate when people be talking to me and they'll be like, "That's my ex." Oh, when'd you date them? 10th grade. That none of that matters.
Oh well, no, yeah. Like I think it depends on how serious the relationship was, but
how serious can your relationship be?
Well, I mean, like if this is somebody you like lost your virginity to,
do they even matter?
Well, I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't at this point. But
maybe that's the hell with me. But I'm like, there's been far others after, and
we are so far removed at this point.
Like the razzle dazzle is gone, sir.
Like, oh, that was you.
That was you. I almost forgot. It was very forgettable moment.
I mean, I was mortified with mine, so I was like, I'd much rather not even know. And he went to jail for like murder, so I mean,
oh well. Oh my God, yours isn't jail for murder.
I don't know where he is now, but
mine's still there. He's not getting out. He's still there. It's not funny, but it is. But
I mean, it is.
You dodged a bullet there, for real.
Literally.
Oh damn!
It's a
that's
cold
not funny.
world.
It's a cold world. That's not. But okay.
I mean, it's what is, right? Tis what is.
So, are you guys excited about Insecure? How you feeling?
I'm feeling, I don't know. I'm not impressed with the preview.
Same.
And maybe it's because it's been 5 years since the last episode.
And there's season. That.
I have a drink downstairs. It's downstairs.
We'll see.
On the counter.
If what they put out for the previews is the best that they had, then I don't know.
I want to have like high hopes, but what I'm going to do is just not have expectations. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say, because I did not truly enjoy the third season.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It had its moments.
But
the best episode was the Beyonce Bay challenge.
Yes.
And it wasn't the best episode, but it's was iconic. Very triggering. The one where she was like stalking him.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yes, she got ghosted.
That was so triggering for me. I had to break that episode up. I couldn't watch it straight through. So I was like, "This is too close to home."
Yes. The whole when she like was laying in bed, like just thinking about like all the little random thoughts. Like, my god, I'm not alone.
Right. I was like, no, this is hitting close to home.
They needed a trigger warning at the beginning of that episode
for sure
because
relatable. I just feel like they didn't wrap up the whole Dro and Molly thing. Yeah, because I wanted answers. Did the wife actually know?
Right.
So I was under the impression because I always like to watch the wind downs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, the other drink. Anyway,
speaking of a wind down,
I like to watch the wind downs, and she was saying at the end that it was like a setup season for. So like nothing was ever closed; they were all like open, like But
okay.
I guess
maybe they'll explain more. It looks like they're not because, I mean, the whole Daniel thing really didn't.
Yeah, that just ended out of nowhere.
Good either.
Yeah.
I tried. So the other day, because I realized I had like 22 credits on Audible, and I needed like why? It was to the point where I was just getting charged, but they couldn't give me more credits because I needed to spend those. So
you maxed out your credit a lot.
So I was like, okay, I downloaded some books, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to Amanda Seales' book. Okay. I did not make it 3 solid minutes.
You're all good for you.
I could not make it. I might give it another college try, but I was trying so hard, and I was like, I can't do it. It's too much.
What
want
was
her
it?
to win, but I can't.
It was.
She's like the book. You can only take her in small doses, and that is literally just little Instagram videos, not even her story.
Yeah, you can't. You can watch the whole thing.
Exactly.
She makes valid points, but it's so contrived and forced how she talks that I just could not do it. I was like, now maybe if I had the physical book and I'm reading it in my voice, in my head, maybe I could receive it. But listening to it, I was like, I might have to return this one. I'm gonna have to send it back. Like, I'm gonna need that credit back.
That brings another point. How do y'all feel about them like narrating their own book?
I like when people narrate their own books.
Yes, I generally do.
One time I listened to Toni Braxton's autobiography, but somebody else read it. And the autobiography is very interesting. But the woman they had narrating it was so lame, and she was mispronouncing like cities in like Maryland.
How?
Yeah, I mean,
like it was just like, Tony, you were not doing nothing else. You could have read this.
You could have read that.
But it's interesting. You should go listen to it.
I might have to get that one
because it's insightful.
I know. I listened to Shonda Rhimes' book.
I like that one.
And Tiffany Haddish's book, and it was hilarious with her voice.
Was it? Okay.
You know, I didn't think that I was gonna like it. I didn't think I was gonna like Tiffany Haddish's, but I did.
Yeah.
My only problem
I didn't think I would like Gabrielle Union's book because I don't really. I'm not a fan for her. But I was like, let me just
I know. And we just watched because Van has this thing where he has to watch all the movies in a series before we watch a new one. So we watched Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 before Bad Boys Forever.
Yeah.
And so, she was in Bad Boys 2, and that little like leave out was flapping the whole movie.
I'll tell you who else's book was good and he read it was the Dapper Dan book. I was like pleasantly actually no, I take that back. Amari Hardwick read his book and I was like,
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What an interesting side hustle.
Yeah.
Well, because when you think about it, all you have to do is read. But a lot of people can't read out loud.
No.
I can. I have to be prepped. I remember being in school and I would like count out what paragraph would be mine, so I could be ready. And because they'll just throw a paragraph at me, I had to like go through it.
Don't. And then don't give me like the longest one. I would be so bad. Like, really.
I would love it when you give me about three to four sentence section. Or I hate when they be like, okay, go ahead and read the next one. Excuse me?
Like, excuse me, what?
That's not what I signed up for at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else's book that I listened to out loud. But the girl that did The Hate You Give, and she's done some other books too. Like, I like her voice. She's done like a few.
Sometimes I would just
fiction books.
I think she is black.
Yeah.
I think. I'm gonna have to Google. That's worth a Google.
Who was? I think somebody did A Wrinkle in Time, and that was funny because they kept like changing their voice. It was like, really? Like, I don't think you have to change your voice because it's, you know, look, like you don't change your voice in your mind.
I listened to a Terry McMillan book. It's been a while, and she read it. And you know, Terry McMillan always sounds angry. Like, she sounds like,
well,
she hates living.
I get it.
And that's how she read the book. And I'm just like, girl, even like the happy times, it still sounded like she was absolutely disgusted.
That's funny. Another thing though, like sometimes like I listen to, what was it, The Handmaid's Tale, and it was Claire Danes. And it frustrated me because when the series came out, it was like, that's who I envisioned as being June, was Claire Danes. And then the girl they picked, and I was like, no, like she's not even like, it's like, I don't know.
That's how it was for me with The Hate You Give. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what I'm accustomed to. That's I don't like it. Take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
I don't know. Any new show? Oh, how did you finish Tiger King?
Tiger King. I still don't know anything from the first 3 episodes that I watched. I don't know. Like, am I still supposed to be angry at Carol? I feel like I got mad at Carol and her husband for a whole different reason. Like, aside from the fact that she chopped her husband up and fed him to one of the tigers, then when they were like coming for Joe and his whole family and everything,
why you have to take the mom's house?
Why did you have to come for the mom? Moms are off limits. Like, come on, girl.
So that's the thing that like kills me about people is like, they'll come for your jugular, but if you did that with like to them, then it's like this big huge sob story and all of that. And it's just like, I don't understand. Like, you didn't have any respect for me and my boundaries. The crazy part about it to me is that he had been talking about killing her for so long, like on like on his TV. And it was like
everywhere.
It was like, what? It was just like, for one, you don't let this rando.
He was obsessed with her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, obsessed in a way that a lover is obsessed with an ex-lover. And
doesn't want them. It's like, oh, so you won't want to be with me, then you won't be with anybody type of thing.
And you know what else? The campaign manager, he had a crush on Joe. Like, he wanted to be Joe's bae. Oh yes.
I think I can. You know what? He seemed like the most reasonable person there.
He was. But he also wanted to be loved up by Joe. Like, he was in love.
I did not know that if you go to Walmart, because I've done that plenty of times, and get meat and don't want it.
Right.
That it gets thrown away. I did not know that.
I need the plug for whoever throws out that meat, because I'll just go up and be like, I don't need all this meat, and then like double back.
But it's just like, well, no wonder. Like, America is so wasteful. It's just like,
I watched an interview with the John guy, the one that didn't like have any teeth. He got new teeth. His teeth look like mine.
Oh, he got some teeth?
Yeah.
He got rid of his meth mouth?
He has a whole fresh grill.
Okay, well,
he looks good. He looks good.
Well, let's talk about that.
Potential.
He did. He looks good now. He looks like a regular. I wear Carhartt and Dickies, and I work on the pipeline.
Well, I hope he got a better cover up for that tattoo.
So that
he said he was getting more. He said he was getting more covered. In the interview, he mentioned that like it's like an ongoing process or something.
Okay. Maybe he has a vision, because like you can totally still see you can totally still see what it says.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But the dude wasn't even gay, so
I don't think he's been with a man since, because he said he had a baby with the secretary or the assistant, and now he's engaged to another girl. So I honestly think
never also really touched on like, when did they break up? Like, when did he stop seeing Joe?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, there's that, but then the new husband. Well, he also said in the interview that he was actually never legally married to Joe. That was just like, we're married. They were never actually legally married.
Well, I mean, it was a double.
Yeah.
It was a trio.
So who is illegal?
So a throuple.
It was a throuple.
Was he legally married to Travis then?
Because he changed his last name to Maldonado.
Yeah. Yeah, he never changed it to Finley or whatever that
whatever
guy
it was.
Yeah.
But
they had
new
a
husband
wedding.
said, the new husband said that John would come back on the park all the time, and they would like get into it because John would still come around even though they weren't together. So I don't know. There's drama over Joe.
Joe was the man. I mean, he was extra. Remember Mr. Elliott? Did you guys have
poosh or wash? You gotta wash your hands.
You got extra rolls.
Got extra.
Anybody want an extra cinnamon roll?
I can't say nothing bad about Mr. Elliott because he was there.
He was. I think he took me home one day.
He took me home.
He took Dana home. He took Dana home multiple times. I remember because I started my period way too early, and like nobody in my class had. And I remember one time I was having really bad cramps, and he was like, "You want to just go home?" Like, I do. He was like, "Going home." Okay, thank you. I need it.
That's the thing. They don't talk about that women's stuff.
No, he was no. But he knew. He was like, "You want to just go home?" I do. Please,
we're not going to talk about it, but just speaking of, so how did your mom approach it when
she
became a woman? Mine did not either.
My mom at all. I remember I had to call Dana to the bathroom because I thought I pooped my pants. Dana was like, "No, that's your period." And then we told mom, and she literally just handed me a pad. It was like, "Here," and that's all she wrote. Like we've never talked about it ever.
It was the summer, and again, I was young, so hadn't covered it in school or anything, and so I'm at home by myself, and I called my mom, and I was like, something's going on, and I tell her, and next thing I know, she comes home, and she's a little bit late. This lady has stopped at the library. Got me some books and some pads. It was like, here you go.
At least she got that. Hold on, I remember Dana being like, because Dana had just shortly, a couple months before, started hers, and Dana was being like, "It's too early for you to even start. I don't even know." Like, she was like, had an attitude about it, as if I planned it to steal her period shine. Hey, Zoe.
Well, I don't think she really didn't. She didn't talk to me either, but all I remember was being the night before being like, my stomach hurts. And she's like, we'll go, the default will go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I tried. And I can't. And so the next morning I woke up and it was like this huge, and she was like, oh shit. And like,
oh, perfect. That's perfect.
You know how she does. And
yeah.
So then I don't even know where the pads and stuff came from. I guess she just got them.
It just like happened.
Like it just like appeared, and then she gave me this like pouch to take to school. So it was like a makeup thing.
Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Remember elementary, like the bathroom was inside the
It was
classroom.
in the class.
Yeah.
And then for the longest time they didn't have trash cans in
Nope.
the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah. That was like the worst. So it was like I had to like take my fumble my pouch out and go, and I'm like, I know that they can hear me like rip the paper open.
So I'm gonna tell you guys a story about how I got in trouble in 6th grade by just trying to help another girl out. So there was this girl, she was white, and her family, they didn't have much, and she was just dirty too, and she was wearing these white pants one day and had this huge period stain.
Oh no.
She sat in front of me. So you know how we have those like old school desks? So there was like a little compartment and then a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, maybe she needs a pad and nobody is going to give her one. So I put a pad inside of her desk when she had walked away. Like inside. Later in the day, she put the pad. She didn't put it back into my desk. She put it under my desk.
Oh, girl.
Okay. So then I was kind of mad. But then not only that, they had a meeting with me about bullying at school that day. About bullying. I was I'm not bullying her, trying to help her out. Y'all ain't gonna pretend. Actually, you are the ones that are failing her, because I know I'm not the only person that sees or smells that. So I'm just trying to be helpful. I just remember being like, I'm the bully. I'm the bully.
Clearly.
I was like, well, then go on ahead with your period pants.
Exactly. That's why you can't help people.
That
was an early lesson. That was really an early life lesson. You just have to go on about yours.
You do. Like, see, those are the gems. Those are the
they
gems.
really are. You just don't know you're receiving them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you read the book, Tasha?
I remember looking through one and being grossed out. Now, did you guys read Judy Blume books?
Yeah.
So there was one book where I remember they talked about it, and I'm like, oh, so this is what that is. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I didn't read the rest of the book, but I'm just like, well, I guess I just opened this mattress-looking thing, and
I luckily had just had Growing and Being, but it really didn't explain too much.
I remember telling one of my friends that I had started my period, because that weekend we had like some event with the church was happening. I told her, and she was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, like, how you gonna tell me I didn't?
Like, how you gonna tell me? I think I know.
It's not something that I need to lie about. Like, do you?
I can bring it out and show you. No one's gonna lie about that.
No one.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to think about that.
It's weird because, I have to wax people on their period.
Have you all?
Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's me. I go all the time.
It doesn't bother me.
I'm like, well, I guess.
Yeah, because like I wasn't, and the first time, and then like every time it keeps like happening around around that time.
Yeah.
I called them and I was like, well, I'm on my period. Like, do you not want me to you want me to reschedule? Oh, no, just come on in. Like, put a tampon in. And I'm like, and she like, I don't know. I don't want to get too much.
When you yeah. Well, from the other side of it, it doesn't bother me to do it as long as somebody's wearing a tampon. But there are people who try to come with no tampon and get waxed, and you got to, or they'll know that they're on the period and then go to the bathroom and come back and they're like, I mean, I'm spotting a little bit. Then I cannot wax you. You would not want to wax me. I do not want to wax you.
I'm not using a robot. Like my is in your business. So no.
So yeah, they're all up in there.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't bother me as long as they, plug it up.
Okay, which method do you prefer, Whitney? The knees to chest or knees them to flip over?
Knees
Why?
To chest. Absolutely knees to chest.
Why? Why?
It's less awkward for everybody.
Is it?
Most of the time, because if I do it that way, I can still see if I've missed anything and I can just get it. Whereas if you turn over, if I miss something, I can't see it. Plus, people with a little bit more booty, that is helpful turning over, but you got to hold your butt open. I can't hold your butt open and wax, and most people don't be wanting to do that because it's like you're planking almost. Cause
so, I mean, I guess because I ain't got no booty.
I say knees to chest. Knees to chest.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, to be a woman.
To be a woman.
It's a grand old time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was a good time.
It was. I mean, we talked about a little bit of everything.
I mean, we covered the map. We went from Tony L. Braxton's autobiography to like first time periods. So
we really did, and it all segued perfectly.
Yeah. Because it's all related.
This is how we roll.
Yeah. It's related. Well, hopefully Kendra can join us next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna just work on our 4 because she's you know how we roll. It's like, do I feel like it? Or do I want to talk on the phone? I mean, I got voicemails right now that I still need to return, so I get it. I get it. So yeah, we'll work on our foursome.
We'll pick this up next week.
Yeah, let's all get together, watch Insecure, gather our thoughts. I think I'm gonna do a binge.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Prior to.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I mean, I have time.
Too. So. I might do that too.
Same. Yeah. We should do a binge, and after every couple episodes, have a quick recap.
Okay. Yeah, just come together real quick. Yeah. Okay. Quick huddle. Okay.
Are y'all doing anything special for Easter since it's coming on Easter Sunday?
I forgot.
Resurrection Sunday?
No.
I mean,
so I thought about, okay, tell me if this is corny. So I thought about, so I don't think my children, I know Jaden knows who God is, but I think he doesn't have like a good, last time we approached it, it kind of scared him. That God and Jesus were always there. Still like watching it. So I know it's cliche because it's like Easter, but like I want to have like a little maybe impromptu family church lesson, Sunday school lesson.
Look at you.
I don't
Bible
know.
Study.
You're right. Sunday school.
I was looking online for like teaching materials, but they're like all in different.
Just watch VeggieTales.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
isn't that about Jesus? I'm sure they got an Easter episode.
What's the name of the old? Not along the lines of the one that always comes out with like the old like Charlton Heston. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, because I don't think he's right at the level for Passion of the Christ. I don't
know.
God,
no. Just watch Prince of Egypt. Watch Prince of Egypt.
There you go.
That's not really about Easter or resurrection.
Dana, you can't go from 0 to 100.
If
the kids don't
watch Passion of the Christ, He was freaked out knowing he's around all the time. Now you want to nail the man to the cross.
Right. And have him carry and put bloody thorns on his head.
Yeah.
I think baby steps. I think I'm sure there's like a VeggieTales. I think they have VeggieTales on Netflix. Find a VeggieTales about it on Netflix. Let Keon, Jaden, and Zoe watch that. And then Keon can watch Prince of Egypt or something. And then,
do you not know? So, I like, maybe I don't be giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he was like, Mom, you should watch All American. It's really good. And I'm like, you watched All American?
Kendra stands for All American. I haven't
watched it.
Yo,
Kendra got mad as I don't know what, because she couldn't get the CW for the premiere of All American. Nearly cussed.
It's a Netflix show. It comes on CW.
Well, yeah,
it comes on CW. Yeah, okay.
But like Netflix has all 3 seasons now, or whatever.
Yeah.
But especially this season, the last one was pretty heavy, and I'm like, you watch that? I'm like, dang, I need to be more involved.
Yeah, you might want to pop in every now and again, see what
behaves.
Okay.
I don't.
How old are Keon and Elijah?
They're 12,
but Elijah's not. Elijah's completely. Elijah's watching iCarly and Big Time Rush and stuff like that. He's not trying to venture over into that quite yet. So, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because we just do streaming. We don't have like actual cable. So I think he watches a lot of Netflix, and he watches, he watches kids stuff too, like My Hero Academia, which is like anime, and like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. But
he's way taller than you now.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird.
He's probably like 5'4".
First of all, Ethan got on the scale yesterday and he weighs 68 pounds. I was like, you got to get some Ensure. Like,
I'm pretty sure Jaden's like the same way.
I mean, like, Evan weighs 48, so they're 20 pounds apart. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. They're like 6 years apart.
He's just really thin.
He eats a lot. It's not like he doesn't eat. He eats. He's a slim guy. Yeah, not mad at it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, and
All right. Well, start your insecure binge.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll meet up in the middle somewhere.
Okay, so wait, we want to start it like tomorrow.
Today?
I feel like you can go through those seasons so fast.
Really fast.
Yeah, because they're not even 30 minutes. Because I'm sure, on the other hand, don't do the wind downs.
I don't do those. I skip them. Yeah. Well, not when they happen, but like when I'm rewatching it, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because some of them are stupid. Because it's only like 5 minutes, and then they really don't even.
You don't even be talking about what I want to talk about.
Well, right, like you really don't even.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene. We'll shoot it in the group text.
I do have a question though. Side note. Why has Issa's hair not grown in 4 years or however long? It's still the same length. Like I don't.
Well, I think she cuts it.
Well, that's not why. Why would you want to keep that little baby from?
Because she likes it. You should have listened to her book. That's when she reads her book. Have you all listened?
Okay.
Okay. It's really funny because it's very awkward and I like it.
Well, I read the hard copy.
The hard copy. Listen to it. It's pretty cool. I liked it. But dang it, don't be trying to hair judge.
I'm not hair judging. I just wish it's just like you really want me to believe that this character has evolved over so many years and her hair is the exact same.
How about her evolution in body weight and like her whole appearance from like the pilot to the start of season 2. Like, who is this woman? Like,
that is
like you grew whatever, blew up. That's not a word, but you
glowed up. I think that's not a word, but it sounds better.
Still not a word, but
it just sounds better to me.
Anyway,
and that's the name of the episode, Glued Up.
Glued Up. Glued Up. I'm glued up.
Hey.
I like it. We're glued up. We glued up, you know. We glued up. I like it. But yeah.
I mean, I'm not hair judging, but like all of our hair has changed. Like my hair used to be blonde last year. Like this time last year. And it's like a red. I don't know what color it is. But
by the end of this pandemic, who knows what color my hair is going to be. So.
I mean, I'm pretty sure mine's going to be wig. Whatever color it is, it'll be wig colored.
Do you all think, are you all still getting your hair done? Are you going to go are you going to the salon? So like, I don't know if I should cancel my appointment because I have an appointment on Thursday.
Ours are closed. We can't.
I mean, there's not. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the actual, but she has her salon in her house.
Yeah, I don't know that I trust my hairstylist enough to go to her house.
That's what I'm like afraid of, because it's kind of like, well, if you're letting me come in here,
that's the thing. Like, I'm cool, and even if I just don't have that rapport with her yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying anything bad about it. I don't
aren't
know
there
you
yet.
Like that.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, I'm same. Like, I don't know mine that great yet. I've only been there twice.
Yeah,
and
it's 10:00.
Oh, look at us.
Oh, Dana can't relate. It's like 2 there.
Yeah. It's my bedtime, Dana.
Right, I'm over here like, whoo, taking a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like bright over there. But yeah, we'll just let me know when you guys finish like the first season. We'll do a quick.
Okay. All right. That'll work. Yep.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Keep Kendra in the loop. Bye.
Will do. Bye.
Bye.